coming to you from the studios of the Education Network. Hi, everyone. I'm Rick Blackwell, and this is the Grand Battle of the Books. It's a competition sponsored by Library Media Services with the support of Educational Technology, Informational Technology, and the Education Network. Book titles for the District Battle of the Books coming from the Sunshine State Young Readers Award and the Florida Teen Reads List. Titles for these state-sponsored reading programs are selected annually by a statewide committee of school library media specialists. It's time right now for the middle school finals. We have two amazing teams. Let's get a chance to meet these incredible contestants. Let's first start with Wellington Landings Middle School. You guys looking sharp in your blue. You got your matching t-shirts working. Your captain is Venetia. Venetia, how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Are you excited for this? Are you nervous? Tell me, where's your head right now?
I'm nervous and excited.
And what do you love about reading?
I like how when I'm reading, I can imagine the characters and kind of transfer to a different world that isn't mine.
That's fantastic. You have a couple of teammates. Let's get to meet them right now. Go ahead and say your first name.
Hi, my name is Aurelie, and I love playing soccer.
Hi, my name is Emily, and I love reading.
All right, sounds good. Now, you guys are called the Three Musketeers. Your captain, your coach is Kathleen Heydrich. We want to thank her for being a part of this today and for leading you guys, and we wish you guys all the best of luck today. So thanks so much for being here, okay? All right, let's meet the team from Jupiter Middle School. Their captain is McKenna. And McKenna, you happen to have a stuffed animal in front of you. Can you explain that?
Okay. So this is a squishmallow. I love squishmallows, and I have a lot of them. And he's currently my favorite because he has a top hat and a monocle and a mustache, and he's so cute. And so I brought him today to support me and
Good luck
the team.
charm, right?
He's our mascot now.
Okay, cool. Let's get to meet some of your teammates. Just starting at the end, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Julia.
Hi, I'm McKenna.
Hi, I'm Riley. I'm an 8th grader.
And you guys, your nickname is the Quizzards of Oz. McKenna, tell us, have you been practicing together? Do you guys talk about books a lot? How does that work at your school?
We've gotten to practice together a couple times, not a lot, and we met up once or twice to discuss some of the logistics.
All right, well, so glad that you guys are here. We wish you all the best. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, just go over a couple quick things. The students have read and discussed the 15 titles in their age division throughout the school year. In the first round of the Battle of the Books, teams from participating schools, they answered multiple choice questions online. We're excited to be here at the Education Network with the top two teams after that online competition. We're also happy to have Rebecca Smykla from the Department of Educational Technology as the official scorekeeper, Stephanie Sunshine as the timekeeper, Library Media Services, Lisa Seymour is here as our contest judge, and copies of each title used in the Grand Battle are available for reference. I'm going to ask the teams questions that will be with the phrase, in which book, and at that particular time, they must answer with the name of the book and the author. The first team that makes it to 125 points after even ups will be crowned the winner of this year's Grand Battle of the Books in the middle school division. This is really exciting. We determined before the contest that we would have the team from Wellington Landings go first. It's all based on reverse alphabetical order when it comes to the team names. So you guys ready? Ready to have some fun? Let's give this a go. Here we go. Wellington Landings, you guys are first. In which book does a character ask how kids can be expected to behave better when the examples set by the adults are just as bad?
Starfish by Lisa Phipps.
That is incorrect. Over to Jupiter Middle School. In which book does a character compare an oyster to people, saying, quote, an oyster can turn something irritating into a rare and beautiful pearl. People can do that too.
Starfish by Lisa Phipps.
That's correct. Over to Wellington Landings. In which book did someone say, quote, words are funny. It's easier to write them than it is to live them.
Words on Fire by Jennifer A. Nielsen.
That is incorrect. Jupiter Middle School. In which book does a character say, look for the story history doesn't tell, because that might be the one that matters?
Okay, that's not. I think it's not written. What do you think it is? Okay, history. Pitsy Pushes On by Tamara Bundy.
That is incorrect. Over to Wellington Landings. In which book does the background character note, quote, you can never be sure of anything. All you can do is tell your truth, ask for help, give help, and do the things that make you feel like yourself?
Pixie Pushes On by Tamara Bundy.
That is incorrect. Over to Jupiter Middle School. In which book is the main character named by her parents after a character from Shakespeare's King Lear?
Cordelia, this is Shadow School Archimancy by J.A. White.
That is correct. Over to Wellington Landings. In which book did the father of the main character have a Bermuda accent when he read bedtime stories?
Words on Fire by Jennifer A. Nielsen.
That is incorrect. Over to Jupiter Middle School. In which book did one character say, you stole a car? And the character they were talking to replied, quote, borrowed. I fully intended to return it.
Concealed by Christina Diaz Gonzalez.
That is incorrect. Over to Wellington Landings. In which book did Orange Cheesy Cheeto Fingerprints give a clue to find a missing person?
Double the Danger, Zero Zucchini by Betsy Uhrig.
Correct. Over to Jupiter Middle School. In which book would you find the quote, this is history. It's important. It's also painful, but looking at pictures like this one is the only way to show respect to remember what happened.
Shadow School Archimancy by J.A. White.
That is incorrect. Well, we are off to a great start in the middle school finals between Jupiter Middle School and Wellington Landings Middle School, and we'll be right back. Welcome back inside the studios of the Education Network. It is the grand battle of the books. This is the middle school finals. We have two amazing teams from Jupiter Middle School and also Wellington Landings Middle School. So excited that you're with us. We are going to continue the competition. Let's go over to Wellington Landings. Next question. In which book were students told that all students and teachers need to be out of the school by nightfall because as part of a green initiative to reduce the school's carbon footprint, the electricity?
Shadow School Archimancy by J.A. White.
Correct. Over to Jupiter Middle School. Which book did we learn that a group of porcupines is called a prickle?
Shadow School Archimancy by J.A. White.
That is incorrect. Wellington Landings. In which book was there a mixed reality theme park?
Dragonops by Mari Mancusi.
That is correct. Over to Jupiter Middle School. In which book did a lottery jackpot split 24 ways on October 24th set the stage for the story?
The Elephant in the Room by Holly Goldward Sloan.
Correct. Wellington Landings. In which book does a character tell a friend, stereotypes stink? They give people an excuse to hate people who are different instead of taking the time to get to know them.
Starfish by Lisa Phipps.
Correct. Jupiter Middle School. In which book did the narrator say, quote, I'd rather die into the back of a garbage truck with my mouth open than be famous?
Double the Danger and Zero Zucchini by Betsy Uhrig.
Correct. Wellington Landings. In which book will you find this quote? Silly little girl. I thought kids today were smart. Well, here's the deal. There's been a change of plans.
Concealed by Christina Diaz Gonzalez.
That is incorrect. Jupiter Middle School. In which book did you need a ration book to buy groceries?
Pitsy Pushes On by Tamara Bundy.
Correct. Wellington Landings. In which book did the characters write a poem as part of their speech?
Pixie Pushes On by Tamara Bundy.
Correct. Jupiter Middle School. In which book was the protagonist sometimes addressed as Tiny Human?
Dragonops by Mari Mancusi.
Correct. Wellington Landings. In which book was a pastry used as a test for delivering top secret and forbidden items?
Words on Fire by Jennifer A. Nielsen.
Correct. Jupiter Middle School. In which book does one character tell another, quote, "It's never easy standing up to the man in charge"?
Who's the man? Words on Fire by Jennifer Nielsen.
That is incorrect. Wellington Landings. In which book did a character have to recite the first two articles of the Bill of Rights because they were 27 seconds late to class?
Lola Banco Treasure Hunter by Beth McMullen.
Correct. Jupiter Middle School. In which book would you find an optimistic ending in which a character is excited for a, quote, kick butt summer?
Starfish or Smartest Kid? The Smartest Kid in the Universe by Tommy Greenwald.
That is incorrect.
That's incorrect.
Wellington Landings. In which book does a character fear, quote,
The answer was right.
"This is how I'm going to die, with people laughing at me, same as how I've lived"?
Rivals by Tommy Greenwald.
That is incorrect. Jupiter Middle School. In which book do students interpret an adult's advice to mean cheat on a test?
Rivals by Tommy Greenwald.
Correct. Wellington Landings. In which book did the main characters act out possible book scenes in order to research realism and add sensory details to the story?
Double the Danger, Zero Zucchini by Betsy Uhrig.
Correct. Jupiter Middle School. In which book did a corporate spy sabotage a company's grand opening?
Dragonops by Mary Mancusi.
Correct. Wellington Landings. In which book did a psychic tell a teacher that his son's spirit was trapped and needed rescuing from a school built to trap ghosts?
Shadow School Archimancy by J.A. White.
Correct. Jupiter Middle School. In which book were there 4 kingdoms with 4 stones?
Dragonops by Mary Mancusi.
Correct. Wellington Landings. In which book do brothers face their fears during a storm to get the help they need?
Double the Danger, Zero Zucchini by Betsy Uhrig.
Correct. Jupiter Middle School. In which book did a potentially dangerous coded message turn out to be a love letter?
The Smartest Kid in the Universe by Chris Gravenstein.
Correct. Wellington Landings. In which book does a character logically remark, "If everything is extraordinary, then nothing really is"?
Pixie Pushes On by Tamara Bundy.
That is incorrect. Jupiter Middle School. In which book does a character know their parents would still love them even if they burned down the entire house?
This is Stritch Scratch by Lindsay Curry.
Correct. Wellington Landings. In which book does a character realize that when you feel guilty and mad at yourself, it's often easier to pretend your horrible feelings are towards someone else rather than towards yourself?
Rivals by Tommy Greenwald.
Correct. Jupiter Middle School. In which book is the father a magician? Quote, born with tricks and effects and a talent to share them with others, delighting audiences whenever he traveled?
Words on Fire by Jennifer Nielsen.
Correct. Wellington Landings. In which book was the main character a, quote, modified humanoid experiment with a twin sister she didn't know about?
Concealed by Christina Diaz-Gonzalez.
Correct. Jupiter Middle School. In which book did a friend keep asking, if we all go to the same school, how do we have such different levels of information?
Double the Danger and Zero Zucchini by Betsy Uhrig.
Correct. Wellington Landings. In which book would you find the following description of a character? Quote, he had a gleam of something in his eye, Maybe respect, perhaps hope.
Words on Fire by Jennifer A. Nielsen.
That is incorrect. Jupiter Middle School. In which book did someone say, quote, remember, things always look better in the light of day?
Pixie Pushes On by Tamara Bundy.
That is correct. Wellington Landings. In which book was the main character on her 11th name in her lifetime?
Concealed by Christina Diaz Gonzalez.
Correct. Jupiter Middle School. In which book does a character say, quote, because no one knows everything, we need one another?
Smartest Kid or Starfish? Smartest Kid? The Smartest Kid in the Universe by Chris Grabenstein.
That is incorrect. Wellington Landings. In which book can you find the quote, may we fight for love and love the fight?
Pixie Pushes On by Tamara Bundy.
That is incorrect. Jupiter Middle School. In which book was a specific patterned knock used to gain entrance to secret places?
Is it Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston.
That is incorrect. Wellington Landings. In which book can the main character see ghosts that most other students cannot see?
Shadow School Archimancy by J.A. White.
Correct. Jupiter Middle. In which book can you find the following simile? Quote, worries and fears stacked up like swaying piles of glass plates.
All the similes are in Starfish. Starfish by Lisa Phipps.
That is incorrect. Wellington Landings. In which book does someone say, quote, control the books and you will control the people? Followed by the response, give them books and the people will control themselves.
Words on Fire by Jennifer A. Nielsen.
Correct. Jupiter Middle. In which book was there a donut-loving character who wore a bright yellow jacket?
Do you want to tell me? I'm not quite sure. Do you have any idea? Double the Danger in Ziri Zucchini by Betsy Uhrig.
That is incorrect. Wellington Landings. In which book does a character think, quote, no complaints from my dad is like, you're the greatest thing since sliced bread from anyone else?
Rivals by Tommy Greenwald.
That is correct. Jupiter Middle School. In which book did a character say, quote, people tend to fear what they don't understand, and fear can too far easily become hatred?
Starfish by Lisa Phipps.
That is incorrect. Wellington Landings. In which book were tunnels forming a complicated labyrinth beneath the city?
Concealed by Christina Diaz Gonzalez.
That is incorrect. Jupiter Middle School. In which book did putting a hand on the shoulder of someone who was sad comfort them?
Pixie Pushes On by Tamara Bundy.
Correct. Wellington Landings. In which book did people form opinions and say nasty things about the main character based on nothing more than who she was?
Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston.
Correct. Jupiter Middle School. In which book does a character describe the nervous butterflies in his stomach as, quote, some kind of mutant butterflies, huge and wild, and they danced around in his belly like dread?
I think it's Dragonops by Mary Mancusi.
That is incorrect. Wellington Landings. In which book did a reluctant reader discover audiobooks?
Double the Danger, Zero Zucchini by Betsy Uhrig.
Correct. Jupiter Middle. The story of Ishten Anya is a fairy tale. The stone is not a real thing. It's nothing you could go hunt for because it doesn't exist.
Lola Benko, Treasure Hunter by Beth McMullen.
Correct. Wellington Landings. In which book did the partners have each other's back?
Lola Benko, Treasure Hunter by Beth McMullen.
That is incorrect. Jupiter Middle. In which book does a character want green carpet in her new apartment to remind her of money?
The Smartest Kid in the Universe by Chris Grabenstein.
That is correct. Wellington Landings. In which book were the Latin words Hic sunt dracones.
Smartest Kid in the Universe by Chris Grabenstein.
That is incorrect. Jupiter Middle. In which book did someone procure the recipe for thirst-quenching rainbow milkshake called Ghost Goop?
Dragonops by Mary Mancusi.
Correct. Wellington Landings. In which book did two characters have to form a fake backstory on the run, including new names and haircuts?
Concealed by Christina Diaz-Gonzalez.
Correct. Jupiter Middle School. In which book can some people see ghosts in the book setting because, quote, the spirits are closer here, magnified?
Shadow School Archimancy by J.A. White.
Correct. Wellington Landings. In which book did a character drop and break a teacup because she was so surprised her son brought home a friend after school?
The Elephant in the Room by Holly Goldberg Sloan.
Correct. Jupiter Middle. In which book does a character question, why aren't kids allowed to tell grown-ups when they're wrong?
Starfish by Lisa Phipps.
Correct. Wellington Landings. In which book was a scholarship revoked?
Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston.
Correct. Jupiter Middle. In which book does a character muse that he could look back, but he could never go back?
The Smartest Kid in the Universe by Chris Grabenstein.
Correct. Wellington Landings. In which book did a character turn down scholarships from two Ivy League schools?
Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston.
Correct. Jupiter Middle School. In which book does a character have to count out loud to get to her back door?
Scritch Scratch by Lindsay Curry.
Correct. Wellington Landings. In which book did they include this quote from a presidential inaugural speech? The only thing you have to fear is fear itself.
Pixie Pushes On by Tamara Bundy.
Correct. Jupiter Middle. In which book did crab apples mean it was going to be a bad winter?
Pixie Pushes On by Tamara Bundy.
Correct. Wellington Landings. In which book did a character, quote, fold like a cheap suitcase?
Smartest Kid in the Universe by Chris Grabenstein.
Correct. Jupiter Middle. In which book was the theme of reluctant reader woven throughout the story?
Double the Danger and Zero Zucchini by Betsy Uhrig.
Correct. And it looks like we have a winner in the middle school division. Two great teams, Wellington Landings Middle School and Jupiter Middle School, vying for the championship. We'll be back with the winner right after this.
Before you hit the beach, Buddy and his friends want you to know the flags when you go to the beach. Freddie has a red flag with a swimmer crossed out. That means stay out of the water. Laguna has a purple flag. Watch out for jellyfish and other sea life that can hurt you. Oakley has a red flag. Conditions are unsafe. Currents and waves are strong. Buddy has a yellow flag. Use caution in the water. Mia has a green flag. It's safe to swim in the water, but remember to listen to the lifeguards. Those are your flags. Look for the flags at the lifeguard stand at the beach. Have a great swim.
A fantastic finals in the middle school division for Battle of the Books. Welcome back to the studios of the Education Network. I'm Rick Blackwell along with Lisa Seymour from Library Media Services. That was a lot of fun. Two amazing teams here in the middle school division.
Absolutely. The lead kept going back and forth and back and forth. It was a toss-up to the end.
What kind of feedback were you getting on the 15 books in all three of the age divisions? Did generally the 15 books that the students read, were they well liked this year? What was some of the comments?
They were really well received. From what I heard, people really, really loved Amari and the Night Brothers.
That seems to be
That was the popular.
Young ladies are nodding their head. Okay, so people are going to watch this broadcast and they're going to say, how can I get involved in Battle of the Books? So the books come out in May, right?
April.
And then do you talk to the media specialists to try to promote? Because we're getting more and more teams that are participating.
We are. So the books come out in April. We buy them in digital form for all of the schools in April so the kids could start reading them over the summer. And we do have the media specialists start talking it up beginning in April.
All right, let's keep this momentum going so we can get more and more teams involved. Who knows, we may see these two teams back here next year, but it's always so much fun to get a lot of participants in the elementary school division, more than 500 teams. I know in high school, more than 30 teams. Middle school, we also had a lot of numbers as well.
We did, almost 50 teams.
All right. Well, we want to announce now the winners. Let's first talk about the second place team. Lisa, go ahead and announce that.
The second place team is Wellington Landings Middle School.
Congratulations to Wellington Landings Middle School. And Lisa's going to have the honor as far as putting some medals around the necks of these three competitors. And we want to thank their coach, Coach Kathleen Heydrich. She does an amazing job over at Wellington Landings to promote literacy and reading. And it's so much fun to be here today with these participants. And Venetia, just tell me what it's like for you. What is it about reading that you love so much?
I love all the new words I can learn, and I love learning about the characters as I go.
And what was it like to have two other students who love reading just as much as you? Was that kind of fun to be able to bounce some of the stories off each other?
It was really fun.
Great. And you guys had that second place medal. Congratulations. I know you guys are going to do great things. So really great to have you here at the finals of the middle school level. So again, thank you so much for your participation. All right, we want to announce now the first place team.
So the first place team is the Quizzards of Oz from Jupiter Middle School.
All right, Jupiter Middle School. This is a good story as Lisa puts the medals around the first place team because they came in second place last year, right? And now, the inspiration to come back a year later and take the championship. We are so proud of the team from Jupiter Middle School, and we want to thank their coach, Juanita Deal, who does such an amazing job also over at Jupiter Middle School. McKenna, tell us about your furry friend. Do you think that was the difference today?
Maybe. I don't know. We didn't have a mascot last time. I don't know. My team from IMS, we didn't have a mascot last time, so maybe the mascot made the difference. Oh, he can levitate. Oh.
So last year it was IMS in the finals. You came back different school, so we just want to clarify that. Tell me about for you to be around other students. They also love reading. What's that like? What's that camaraderie like to be a part of a team?
It's really awesome because we can all talk about something that we enjoy, and then we can all we can make references from the books and we'll understand it, and it's just so fun to be part of a team. You
read all 15 this go around. You think your summer's going to be busy reading 15 more books for next year?
Definitely. I started the day the list came out last time, this time, so probably, yeah.
All right, I love the enthusiasm. Well, Lisa, it's been so much fun, as always, to be a part of Battle of the Books. We've got to thank so many people behind the scenes, and first and foremost, these media specialists who really are engaging with the students and promoting literacy and reading inside our schools, and also your amazing team as well.
Yeah, I would love to thank my amazing team, Stephanie Sunshine from Library Media Services, Nolan Rowell, the manager of Library Media Services and Instructional Materials, and Francesca Kramer and Sue Marino, also from Library Media Services, as well as Rebecca Smikla from Educational Technology. We couldn't put this on without them and your help.
We're going to finish up by handing out the Kavanaugh Cup, once again, named after Kim Kavanaugh, who did such an amazing job with Battle of the Books for so many years. So, Lisa, I'm going to give you the honors of handing the Kavanaugh Cup to our middle school champions. There they are. Congratulations, Jupiter Middle School, on your championship. For everyone here at the Education Network, thanks so much for watching. Again, congratulations to all our competitors.